Shredded cheese has been recalled. Also, SEPTA won't actually make their latest deadline to repair those aging rail cars. Driverless cabs are coming. And December's looking mighty cold. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Shredded cheese sold at places like Aldi and Walmart has been recalled, reports NBC 10. Or rather, there's an update to the recall. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration initially issued a recall of Great Lakes Cheese Company's products back in October. Now, more recently, the FDA has upped that recall to a Class 2 risk, meaning eating the cheese could temporarily cause adverse but treatable or reversible health consequences, as metal fragments might be in the cheese. This recall impacts over 260,000 cases of the product and was affected in 30 states, Pennsylvania among them. For more information, such as which products were recalled specifically, please click on the corresponding podcast article link. SEPTA won't actually be making their latest deadline to update those aging Silverliner rail cars, reports why. Spokesman Andrew Bush explained yesterday that SEPTA is under a federal extension that mandates it adds thermal sensors to the cars by the end of this week. And that's not going to happen because of a shortage in a crucial component of the repair work. Despite the fact that the agency has bought every piece of wire available on the continent of North America to complete the thermal detection systems, it still doesn't have enough to finish the project. This will push the work back by about 2 weeks. Feds are giving SEPTA a grace period due to the lack of supplies. The rail cars will stay off the tracks until this issue has been addressed, but SEPTA is getting some loaned cars from Baltimore to put into service to help ease this delay. Driverless cabs are coming to Philadelphia, states CBS Local Philadelphia. And Pittsburgh, adds the Tribune Review. Waymo, the driverless rideshare service owned by Google's parent company Alphabet, has been hitting the road already a bit in Philadelphia. The company started manual testing these cars with a specialist behind the wheel during the summer, as previously covered on this show. Test drives are actually beginning in Pittsburgh this week. When exactly these cars will be ready to go and available for use in these cities is still unconfirmed. But when Waymo's all set up, it essentially works just like an Uber. You order it in just a few taps and voila, it arrives. Albeit with an empty driver's seat. December's looking mighty cold, says PennLive. A polar vortex might create, in the words of USA Today, quote, some of the Earth's most extreme cold for the United States. And yes, Pennsylvania is slated to get hit by it too. A polar vortex is basically a low-pressure buildup of cold air that swirls around the polar regions of the Earth. As it expands, the air goes down, southward, making for a cold snap for us. It'll probably arrive the third week of December. Bundle up! And that is it for today. For more Pennsylvania news and otherwise, visit PennLive.com. Also, please remember to leave this podcast a rating and a comment if you can. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and tomorrow is Friday's episode of Today in PA.